I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but I don't remember ever watching the TV show Webster, the 1980s TV show, very popular TV show. I may have watched an episode or two, and I do remember that Henry Polic, or Pollock II, was one of the stars, playing the role of Jerry Silver, and I do remember some of the characters, so maybe I did watch it, and I just don't remember. Obviously, I wasn't a regular viewer. Maybe I just remember it because Manuel Lewis became so popular, and he was, if I remember right, he was friends with Michael Jackson, and so he was in the news a lot. So I think that's probably more how I remember the TV show than actually having watched it. How about you guys? Are any of you fans of that 1980s TV show, Webster? So before coming here today to the National Memorial Cemetery of Arizona, I knew that both Henry Polic and Lee Yeager, who starred in The Adventures of Rin Tin Tin in the role of Rusty, I knew that they were both buried here in this cemetery. I just had no idea till I arrived that they're just a few grave sites away from each other. Well, not a few graves, a few rows away from each other. And that sure seems like an interesting coincidence. Two very, very well-known, very popular, very famous TV show stars buried here in a national cemetery just a few rows away from each other. I wonder if they were friends, if they knew each other. I'm guessing they must have. Otherwise, just another one of those really weird coincidences, right? Now, according to his Finding Grave Memorial page, Polic was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and died in Los Angeles, California, but is buried here in Phoenix, Arizona, about a half hour north of downtown Phoenix. He died from cancer on August 11th, 2013, at the age of 68. So he died about 8 years before Lee Yeager died. And I'm curious to know if you remember the show, and if you remember Henry Polic II. What do you think of this desert landscaping in a cemetery? I know we're so used to seeing grass, it's really a little unusual, and maybe for some of you kind of unsettling to see just dirt and sand, desert landscaping in a cemetery. But it sure makes a lot of sense. I mean, it wouldn't make much sense to have grass out here in the middle of the desert of Arizona, would it? In addition to being a regular on the TV show Webster, Polic appeared in nearly a dozen films, including Rabbit Test and Oh God, Book 2. He was also a voice actor in quite a few very popular animated series, including The Fonz and the Happy Days Gang, The Dukes, Midnight Patrol Adventures in the Dream Zone, and Batman the Animated Series. And some of you may remember him as a frequent celebrity guest player on popular game shows like The $100,000 Pyramid. But I think we can all agree these Palo Verde trees that are in bloom with these beautiful yellow flowers are really, really spectacular, right? They really add a lot of color to the desert. Until our next road trip down memory lane together, thanks for sharing the memories, everybody.